welcome back. Spectre Studios really back up and running again. We get a little chance to get another bat rep in. I've got Spectre Foreman, and pretty much introducing him to the world of X-wing. You pretty much predominantly see me mostly against Spectre Fedsen, sometimes Spectre WoW, but Spectre Foreman, you're
got a rookie X-wing pilot here.
Yeah, very young. Yeah. So, but if you've also been noticing a lot of things going on the channel, you've been noticing a title called Spectreverse. And that's where a lot of this is going on. So we kind of built a 100-point list, but there's going to be we're going to be slowly starting to modify things. So the map that you're going to see is not going to be tournament set up, more or less. It's a very heavy, very large asteroid, so that's going to make a difficulty maneuvering part of it. And we're going to kind of propel the story, and then we're going to start really changing where the points aren't really going to fit. Because some guys might be outnumbered. It might be more for dealing with capturing or shooting down a certain pilot or anything like of those sorts. So we're going to kind of move a little bit of an X-wing story going on, and we're going to try to do as well as we can with the tabletop version. Don't flame us if we don't know Star Wars universes very well. We love Star Wars, but we're not going to try to be perfect in that aspect, especially with Disney changing what's going on with Star Wars. So we're all going to find out, right? And we're introducing all these ships that Disney may never use. We don't know.
Who knows?
We're gonna try. So what's going on right now is Kath Scarlet with some fellow bounty hunters and working a little bit with the Imperials because she's got one ship on the side there. Are gonna basically they have a prisoner, so that's gonna be like the mainstay of what we're gonna be shooting at, or what the rebels are. So we have Luke flying out there with his Red Squadron, more or less. He's got Wedge. And our Patreon supporter, Mark Jacobs, has gotten himself promoted to apparently Rogue Squadron.
He's rolling with the big boys.
Yeah, so he's loving that. They got a Z95, kind of like letting support as much as a Z95 can actually support, yeah. or maybe draw their fire. However, Spectre Foreman decides to make him support. He's the new guy. So we've got 3 X-wings, the Z95 going against 2 fire sprays, and an Academy TIE fighter. So in a very thick, very big asteroid field as they're trying to skirt out to the outer rim and deposit this apparently very important rebel agent. So we're going to kind of like fight to a level where we feel that one side the victor and not, and go from that. And remember, comment below to help Spectre Foreman and his X-wing tactics.
Yeah, you can point out all my mistakes.
Some things to work with. Also, some of the builds are a little bit different. Like I took a rebel captive on Katz's ship simply because it was kind of fitting to what we're trying to do scenario-wise. No more than not to really destroy any type of build that he has, just to kind of like mess with him a little bit and go with the story. But we're excited to get back into doing this. So we're going to get this X-wing kicking off because it's a big hit here on our channel. And are you ready for this fight?
I'm ready. Wedge is ready.
Wedge is ready? Yeah.
Ready to go.
I'm scared of Wedge for sure. I'm actually a little scared of our Patreon pilot because he has done me down every time I played Imperials. He's dropped ships that he should not.
Feel the need to build him up. I can't just crash him into an asteroid and that's his day.
Yeah, you can't do that. He may even start he might actually have force powers, and I don't know this, but apparently when I play him, I don't do well. When Spectre Fedsen plays him, he has a force shot, unbelievable.
Yeah, he's got some trace metachlorians in there.
Maybe. And just, you know, he does have 1 power. It's obviously not listed because we're using a Red Squadron pilot to it. He is able to re-roll his defense dice. One defense die. He can't do all of them, but only 1. So it keeps him a little bit more alive, and that's the pledge to what our Patreon supporters do to change the tide of this battle. So you can try to remember that, and hopefully it'll work better for you than it did for me. If you remember the last X-wing video I had with him.
As long as I remember.
Yeah, well, I'll try to point it out. I support our Patreon people that are 1 Patreon supporter so far, but you are more than welcome to join up and become one of these pilots that we do here, and give one of our sides and actually a little bit more of the reroll capability as we go to battle with this. Sound good?
Some love for the bad guys.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. Because I've had to deal with Mark for quite a bit. He's becoming quite a nemesis for mine on this table. So looking for an Imperial supporter. Still waiting. So here we go. Let's get into the battle, and hope you guys enjoy this. All right, welcome to the Outer Rim. As basically Kath is leading her fellow
allies through the heavy asteroid field. And you can see these are very large asteroids. That's why we're like call this more of a scenario thing. We have now our Z95 pilot. He's right next to Luke. And this is our Patreon pilot right next to Luke there. And Wedge is flying solo. So our rebel ships are ready to engage and free the captive that is on Kathy's group, or ship. So we'll see exactly how things kind of play themselves out here. We'll get to the maneuver dials, and we've kind of been asked to kind of show the maneuvers, and we're going to kind of slowly go through all of that. So we'll show you exactly how the ships are moving and where they're placed. Alright, we have the dials down, starting with the lowly Academy pilot. He is going at 2 straight. And not much going on him, so he'll focus to enjoy his life. The next one is the big ship right next to him, Bounty Hunter A. He's gonna fly 2 straight. Not as quickly looking to engage the rebels. He too will engage. Focus. Wishing he was engaging. And that leads us to either our Talia pilot here or our Patreon pilot.
We'll go with this one.
Alright, we're gonna go with him first.
Talia.
I'm gonna bank in 3. Zip it on in. And what is he gonna do? Target lock is a range 3, as we're teaching Spectre Foreman, so he can't target lock anybody. So he will focus. That leaves us to Mark, our Patreon pilot, newly promoted to Rogue Squadron.
He's going straight 3.
Okay, so he's definitely out of the target lock range, which pretty much makes a lot of this stuff useless to do anything because not range. And then nope, it goes to Kath over here. And Kath is gonna blow a 4 fast. I definitely won't bother with any real action with her. She's not doing anything.
Coming down the flank.
And then we go to Luke.
He's going.
He's a 4. He's gonna blow right in front of the Talia pilot. And pretty much still again out of range, so really no action's really necessary, but he's gonna focus for fun. Learn the deal, make sure you do it. And Wedge is gonna peel away as he flies into the asteroid field. Looking good, looking good. And he'll focus. That's round 1. There's really not a whole lot going on since we're all around. So there's your round 1. Okay, the moment of truth. This is the turn where basically how we're going to engage. The pilots have seen themselves. How do they go forward? And my favorite lowly Academy pilot has decided to bank left, bank left. He's peeling out of this fight. So he is going there. He is going to evade just in case. He does. My lowly pilot wants to survive. He doesn't want to die. He wants to go there. And then that leaves my bounty hunter. He's gonna go 1 straight.
A little shuffle.
A little shuffle. And let's see if he's got anybody range here. We have we got Luke. We have our Patreon pilot.
Boy.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see if how lucky Spectre Foreman is with the Patreon pilot. I'm gonna target lock him and see if I can bring him down. And then that leaves our number 4s. So I'm gonna go with the Z95 first.
Sure.
So what we're gonna do is put this one here first and pick up that X-wing. Go go ahead and put down the template now.
Oop, screwed that up.
Nope, you just got by. There. So then you put the X-wing back in front.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was thinking he was right on top of it.
Yeah, that's how we do that. So get him by. Now he's so what is he going to do? He's also in target lock range of.
Sure.
So you're going to do that.
You get the red one.
Yep, I get the red one. You get the blue one. All right. Then our Patreon pilot, Mark Jacobs, is the force with him.
He's going just straight to. He's coming at him.
He's going to also blow right in front of the Z95. And what would you like to do? Focus or target lock? You will be shooting before the bounty hunter.
Target lock.
So you will target lock him as well. So he is getting locked up. That leaves us with Kath. Kath is going to go 3 straight. Zip it on by. Do an evade. In case something goes wonky out there. As the evade goes off the table. Alright. And then Luke.
There's also just.
Luke is going to go straight 2. And what is Luke going to do?
Let's lock him up!
Oh, he's going to lock me up even more! So 2 X-wings and a Z95 will lock me up. I was wondering if I should have gone right down the middle, but we're going to see what happens. And where is Wedge going? Wedge might be pulling dangerously here. Zipping on as well, and he can also do the same thing. So.
I need more target.
So everyone in your ships have eyed this bounty hunter, thinking like he might have the rebel, but he doesn't. So that leaves us to go right to Wedge. And we're going to figure this out right here. So Wedge at range 2. He's got 3 shots, so 3 red dice to fire at the bounty hunter.
Agility is.
It's going to be a 1 instead of a 2. You have a target lock, so you can reroll those if you want to spend it. And he does. So those are 3 hits. We're going to remove the P's. And now I only have 1 die to dodge. And I do, so that takes away 1 of these. That leaves me with 2 hits, which will be 2 shields. Pow! So that's what's lost. And Wedge is now done. That goes to Luke. So Luke is right here. He is at also range 2, so he's got 3 shots. So he can spend the spend the eyeballs to re-roll again. Spend the target lock. So 1 and a crit. And what was he? Y? Z.
I think so.
All right. Sorry, we're moving around here. So now this bounty hunter's got 2 dodges. Got 1, and so that will knock out another shield. Boop. So down to 1 shield left on the bounty hunter. Now the Kath goes. Kath doesn't have any shots in that firing arc, and that will lead us to Patreon pilot or the Z95 first.
Patreon pilot can do it.
Okay, at range 2 again. Spin the target lock again.
Yeah.
So good thing we had all these target locks on, or it could hit eyeballs. Ooh, 3. So that's what our bounty can do. No, see, I continue to roll terribly with that. So that means 1 will take out the shield. Boop. There goes the bounty hunter's last shield. Then we take 1 damage card, slam, and then 1 critical, which will be immediately roll 1 attack dice. If I hit a hit, I get a damage. Then face down. No. So no extra damage. 2 on the bounty hunter, leaving him down to 4. And then our Z95 has 2 shots at range 2 as well. He's got target lock, so he can spend that. Nope, it's
No.
only one hit. 2 agility on the bounty hunter. He dodged him, so only the Z95 did not hit
Well, that's to be expected.
from there. So now it will be the bounty hunter's turn. He has survived. He's going to spend his target lock, so all the target locks have been expended. 2 fire at range 2. Cluster missiles, which is 3 dice. And I get to roll these twice, so these will be 2 attacks on our Patreon pilot. First one is a miss, so the force may be with him indeed. And I got 1, so he's got 2 dice agility. No, he will lose 1 shield. Oh, you read the Patreon, you did remember.
Hey,
Oh no, so Mark will lose a shield. He's down to 1. Our Academy pilot will be able to shoot nobody as well, so that was pretty much all that. So a pretty big hit going on with the bounty hunter. He spent his missiles, only got 1 shield removed after all that and took a pounding. So he's on his last leg. And we're back to maneuver dials. Alright, Spectre has informed me that this is about the learning the flight simulator and how things are going to turn. So we're going to see exactly how these X-wings and Z95s deal with a very burning, crashing out of control fire spray. So we'll start with the Academy pilot though. He is going to hook hard right, get back in the mess. So he's liking that. He's going to focus. That leaves our fire spray. And I'm pretty much going to try to go hard. This is for me trying to separate some room. Nope, the curvy one. Not so hard. I'm going to kind of fly at everybody. And I'm going to give him a focus. Alright, that leaves us now to our Z95 or Patreon pilot.
Z95 is just going.
You might want to do the Patreon first, because just in case.
He's just going up 1, which is going to leave him not being able to do anything.
And he can do a focus or
yeah, he can just do a.
You can still target lock a ship, but remember he does have a rear fire.
Oh, he does. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Huh. Fancy pants.
Yeah, well,
I'll just
so focus is a good one.
Yeah.
Alright, Z95.
Is also just going to shuffle up
Doing
1.
1. So he can't do an action, so he'll bump. So just put him there, yep. So no action for the Z. And then we go to Kath. She is going to do a 3K turn. And will receive a stress.
So.
Yep, flip her around. There you go. Stressor. Alright, that leaves us to Luke.
Luke is doing.
1 turn away.
Yeah, I don't know why I looked at him, but
So he's doing okay. No one is fire actually. He probably wants to focus as well. Yeah. And then Wedge. How's Wedge doing?
Doing the same thing.
Wow. So you know, except for the Z95, Spectre Foreman, you have done very well. That was nice flying. Look at that, guys. Look at that. I don't see anybody in. He also probably wants to focus, although I don't think he's in any danger. So we go right to what we're shooting at. So basically, we'll check Wedge. So Wedge can't get the Academy pilot. Luke's got none of that. Yeah, so that leads us right to Kath. Kath can't shoot anything. She's too far away from everybody else. That only pretty much leaves. Really, this is the only guy I can shoot, the bounty hunter, because the Academy pilot has nobody. These guys got nobody. So I'm gonna go for. I'm actually gonna go for the Z95 though, because it was secondary to shooting at him. So that's gonna be 4 because he's in range 1. Gotta focus. See if I can do some damage to him because the Patreon pilot, not only does he have the focus, but he's got the reroll. Let's see if I can knock a ship out here. So, got 2. Nothing to use my focus on. So Z's got 2 agility. Oh!
Loves it.
Oh man! No luck for the bounty hunter.
He's looking to get himself in an X-wing.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I don't need to be a Patreon pilot. Well, that saved his life, saved his butt. So that's it for that round. We're back to those maneuver dials. All right, we're back to the engagement. More or less, the bounty hunter is drawing everyone's attention and fire. Kath has been hiding in the background, more or less, as the asteroids have been skirting her. And we have the Academy pilot still dancing around. What is he going to do? Ooh, he's going to get into the action. Hard turning into the fight as he wraps around the asteroid. So he is there. He will focus. Our bounty hunter will be going a 1 straight. And he will focus. And that leaves our Patreon pilot.
He is doing a 4K turn.
Doing the K turn. He will be stressed. Okay. And grab a stress token for him.
Which one's
that little exclamation mark? There you go. And what is our very lucky Italia squadron pilot? Also in a K. He's doing a 3 though. Gonna fly right in front of Wedge. So he is stressed. Alright, that leaves us to Kath. Kath is going to do a bank in 2. Doesn't clear her stress, so she has no action, but nope, going this way.
Oh. I'll tell you to the key turn.
Let's see. And she is hitting an asteroid, so we will roll a die.
Does it come
Nope,
back?
put it right on it, because that way on asteroids you put on. And it's so it's nothing, because it needs to be a hit. Actually, it's a crit, so it is right. So it is a shield loss. Hard thing. Boom.
Crits aren't hits when you're a bounty hunter?
Sorry, it's like I'm thinking of something else with in that part. So she's hit. No action, no attack for her. Luke.
Luke is going with a hard 2.
And he is fine. And what action shall he take?
So
you can target lock
that.
All right.
Cat. X for X-wing.
And what is Wedge doing?
And Wedge is on a hard 3 as well. Which,
hold on, folks. We're gonna try to get this one figured out here. All right, folks. So Wedge got he tried to get past. He got past the Z95, but stopped on Luke, which ends up making him overlapping on the Z95, which pushes him all the way back to here. So he's got no action going on. So could be in a little bit of trouble. Another one that cannot attack. So that leaves us to Luke going first at range 2 on the bounty hunter. So 3 dice. I can use the target lock to reroll that 1. We will, and all 3 hits. Ooh, 2 of them are crit, so it's going to be a little trouble for me. I got to focus. I'll use 1 to dodge, so I'll take 2 crits. And after the round in which you receive this card, treat your pilot skill as value 0, and immediately choose one of your secondary weapons, which is not. So I don't have any of this. So 2 hull left for the bounty hunter. That leaves us to Kath. I said can't fire, so these guys can. So we'll start with a Z95, I imagine, and range 2 on the TIE fighter. So 2 hits there, and the TIE fighter's 3 agility, and we use the focus to avoid all the hits, but no focus on that one anymore. And the Patreon pilot can get this at range 3, or no, I can't hit that. That's too far away. So just to tie at range 3, so 3 dice. No, nothing. So we go to the bounty hunter. He's going to fire 2 dice into Wedge. See if I can hurt him a little bit. And 2 hits. So 2 dice for Wedge. And nothing. So both shields are 2 shields are lost. He still has 1 because he had an upgrade. Whoops! As I'm knocking some of our ships around. The bounty hunter does a little bit more shield damage, and that will leave my TIE fighter at range 2 as well. He's going to fire at Wedge as well. And only 1 hit because he already used the crit. I used the focus, so 2 dice on Wedge again. Nothing, so he is now shieldless.
Jeez, bro.
And so Wedge is a little bit of jeopardy. Bumping into the Z95 caused a little bit of issue there for him. Let's see exactly what Spectre Foreman does to keep these guys alive and also put out the bounty hunter. He's close. He's got 2 left, so he's on his last legs. Okay, our ships are in position. Some Z95 has kind of messed up some of the X-wings maneuvering. We go to the rookie lowly academy pilot. He's going to try to fly in and also try to get in the way a little bit. He is going to do an invade, and that will go to our bounty hunter. He is going to do a slight turn 1. Yep.
Oh wait, he's
Yeah.
this way.
He is also going to evade. And you also reroll that, so these X-wings. Okay, so these guys are all done. I drop things on the floor. Alright, so who's going first? Patreon or
Might as well.
Z95? Patreon
Actually,
first?
I kind of screwed that up then. Oh, no, it's most likely.
Make it. Yep. So clears the stress because it's a green maneuver. And what would you like to do? Focus or target lock? Possibly you can target lock the TIE fighter.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. So he's gonna target lock him.
So I guess it would be this guy next, which kind of screws me up.
Yep. So he's not gonna be able to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yep. So he does clear his stress though, and he will not be able to do an action. All right, and then that goes to Kath. Kath is going to do a 2 straight. Yep, that should be good. And she will put a target lock on Wedge. Well, while he's in range of the area. Okay.
Loop. Straight 2.
Okay, so he moves forward. So you can put the target lock back on the bounty hunter. Okay, and then Wedge.
This is a hard 3.
So you're turning into.
Yeah. He's.
There'll be more problems in. So hold on a second. Again, Wedge has.
Yeah.
Alright, so Wedge did clear. So we got our moving going on. So he's going to focus. That pretty much leaves him with no shot. But Luke does have a shot over here. And that is going to be. Get a range roll. Pretty sure it's range 2. Yep, range 2 to the bounty hunter. So one hit.
Focus. Here, I mean, he has target lock.
Yep, so reroll the target lock and 2 hits. So we get 2 agility dice for our pilot here. 1 dodge, and he's going to use the evade to cancel both hits out. So he is good. That leaves Kath. Doing pretty well at dropping things here. Keth will just touch the back of the Patreon pilot at range 3. So 3 shots. Only 2 hits. Not too bad. And then you get your 3 dice dodge, because you had 1 for range 3. No focus, so we get to reroll 1 die. And nothing. So basically you will take the lost shield of the Patreon, and our Patreon pilot takes a hit. Boom. So, only 2 hull left on the Patreon pilot. Mark, it's a little, feeling a little damage now. That will go now to our Patreon pilot, who at range 1 can fire at the TIE fighter. So that's 4 dice. Red, 4 red.
Oh.
And doesn't need to spend the target lock.
He's mad.
He's really mad.
Dude.
It's one of these shots. Here's the Patreon shot on me. Oh, I need to at least get, I think 2. I got 1 evade on me. I knew I was in trouble. So I need to get one of these. I got 1, so I will negate 2 of these. Don't have a focus on that, so I'll take 1 hit and a crit. It still could get me. So this is the 1 damage. And the crit is this is 2 damage. He kills the TIE fighter. What will it be? Is the Patreon pilot making that shot again? Is it here? No. Treat all these guys ship the damage engine. So all these little hard maneuvers are red. The lowly Academy pilot survives with 1 hull so far, but he's got a Z95 breathing down his neck, so not all that safe. Which now has also 3 shots at him at range 1. And he had nothing on him. So, yeah, he thought he had the kill shot for sure, so, ooh, alright, well.
I'm never going to make it to an X-wing.
I'm going to do, so 3 shots at Luke, see if we can do a little more damage to around the field here from the bounty hunter. No focus action, so 2 hits, but you got 2 dodges for agility. For Luke,
and I
got 1. Yeah, I need an eyeball, so lose a shield on Luke, so he's down a shield. Some more shields being removed as the bounty hunter refuses to die. Then at range 1. Just touching, that TIE fighter is going to let Luke have it. And 1 hit and 1 crit. The other one is a complete blank, so 2 dice agility for Luke. Got the eyeball, he can turn into a dog,
yeah.
right? Is that his ability?
Yeah.
So that will negate that. The shield will negate the crit, so Luke is now shieldless. And things have gotten a little interesting now.
How many shields left? Only the low totem pole guys.
The Z95 is the only ship maintaining a shield for the rebels. Kath is pretty much down 1 from hitting an asteroid. But we got 1 damage finally on an X-wing. The TIE and the bounty hunter are both are hurting though. They're still close to dead. But we'll see how this maneuver fight goes out. Okay, we got some troubled pilots in some bad situations. Let's check our lowly Academy pilot. He's going to take a long bank 3 to try to get in the way of Luke. That's the plan. And he did get almost in front of him. I don't know how much I'll hold him off. He is going to evade. Then our bounty hunter there, he's going to turn to his right.
Hard to.
Very hard. He's trying to stay on the board here. Otherwise he flies away. So he has now made his turn. He will also evade because Luke is hunting him. And that leads us to our Patreon pilot.
He's going to do a soft 2.
Soft
Not a hard 2, a soft 2.
Soft 2. As he's going to hunt. He's intent on killing the Academy pilot.
Yeah, he's angry.
Oh, dog.
Angry. That's going to target lock. He's target locking.
That is right there. Right there. Yeah, he's got the bullseye going on him. And then our Z95.
He's going to do a soft 1.
He's just kind of
right into.
oh yeah, you are doing right. So.
Yeah, right into.
He likes touching people.
Once again, he's going to.
He is touchy, Z95.
Yeah.
Like he wants to keep everybody close. Doesn't want to. That's how he's keeping his shields. Like he's figuring, like if I'm close to everybody else, no one.
All the X-wing pilots have their own channel on the top. So they say, "Why did we bring this guy again?"
We got a hard 3 coming here.
Right on everybody's butt.
Yeah, and turning in, and boom. And I am going to put the target lock. I'm going to change it to our Z95. That's where that's going.
Alright,
So Kath is in the action.
we got Luke doing just
Does he clear? He may not clear because he's gonna sit on top of the other ship. Oh nope, yeah, he's sitting beside.
good.
So yeah. So what is he doing though? Because that's a long shot.
yeah. Well, he doesn't.
What target lock? He's still in target lock range.
He'll just focus, I guess, for the target lock.
Okay. And what is Wedge doing?
Wedge. Hard 2.
R2. He's feeling that he doesn't have Kath target him right now. Whew, maybe I should have maintained that one. And what is he gonna do? Focus or target lock?
He'll target lock him. He'll try to lock him up too.
All right, so he's gonna get first shot. Let's clear all these out of the way. So starting with Wedge, we're looking at range 2. So we can use the target lock to reroll the 2.
Yep.
And gets 2. And I have 2 dice because I've lost 1 because of Wedge's ability. And I have 1, and I have to use the evade token that I put in there to keep alive. So he stays out of that shot. And now we're to a range 3, I'm pretty sure, with, yeah, range 3 to the bounty hunter with Luke.
So just
3 dice, yeah.
Do you use this before or after?
That has to be the action.
Okay.
Is that what you wanted to do instead of the focus?
Oh, okay.
So he doesn't have a focus, he just has that.
Okay.
Yep, so he's going to do marksmanship. Sorry, he didn't really know what's going on. So you can change this one to a crit.
Yeah.
And then it's 2.
Yeah.
Okay. And 3 dodge for our bounty hunter. And he has 1 evade, 2 eyeballs, which he doesn't have, but he has 1 more evade token that he chose, so that will negate all shots. So the bounty hunter lives. And then that leaves Kath. Kath is going to spend her target lock to release cluster missiles on the Z95. So that's 3 dice and 2 dice for you. First salvo. All hits.
God.
Ooh, killer cat. So no, he isn't that. So he's gonna lose both shields. Pow pow pow. And then 2 shots, another round of shots.
Good, great.
And 2 more. So 2 dice there. No. So Kath comes in and blows away the Z95. Slam. After all that skulking around the corner, she is there and puts the kill on. Then that goes to the bounty hunter. I don't think he's got range to anybody with his firing arc. Nope. So range 1, because he's right next to Luke. Can the Academy pilot do anything? Oh, sorry. Before we do him, we actually have the Patreon pilot. So he has 4 dice because he's in range 1. And target lock to that one. Oh, there is no way for him to dodge that. And he's only got 1 health, so kablammy, another death right there. The TIE fighter goes down from the Patreon pilot.
Mark saving Luke.
Yeah, save Luke's butt right there. Playing great wingman, and he knocked him right out of the sky, and we went to the other one, didn't have anything. So the 2 fire sprays are left, and the X-wings are left. The other ships, the TIE fighter and the Z95 are now gone from the action, as we've seen 2 kill shots this round. Alright, we are down to 5 ships. So exactly, so one of my 1 is dead, the lonely Academy pilot is dead. So we will start with our bounty hunter over there. he will do a turn right.
R2.
He's trying to stay in the game. Which will be followed by that evade token. It's kept him alive so far. He's going to stay with it. And we go to our Patreon pilot.
He's just going straight for war.
Zipping past. And he can also target lock the fire spray. He's like, hey, I've been doing all this, so why not? Let's do it again. Alright. So,
The other guy.
that leaves Kath. Yep. She's going to do a turn in.
2.
And does she fit? Oh, nope, she bumps into Luke. The large base, so just put it up, don't lay her over, just bump right there. Yep, no action for Kath. And that leaves us to Luke.
Over here, he is doing a hard 2. He was looking to get away from, trying to get away a little bit.
Yeah,
Probably.
doing alright, so what's he going to do?
Probably not
Probably a
gonna work.
focus,
Yeah.
just in case. He's in a couple people's firing arcs. And now we go to
Old
Wedge,
Wedgester.
who might be flying right into Kath. No,
It's gonna have a little bit of space.
yeah.
But
No
gonna be
fire,
able
no,
to,
we'll shoot her.
that's
So
too bad.
probably want to be definitely focusing because you'd be in a lot of trouble.
This is not good.
All right. Well, let's see. We might have some long shots here. Yep. You have a long shot. It's going to be range 3 and through an asteroid. So 3 dice. So you did focus. You can spend it now, or you can lose it, and that's where Kath is on you. So what's your call? Stay aggressive, or you want to go defensive? You go aggressive. That is all. That's 3 hits.
Well, let's try to live a little bit.
So 1 hit.
Yeah.
All right. So I got 2 -1 because of the wedge ability, +1 at range 3, +1 because of an asteroid. So I'm back up to 3 dice for this bounty hunter, and he'll easily dodge. So probably a very good call on that aspect of not being able to do any damage. And that goes to Luke, who can't shoot anybody, and that means we're going to be looking at. We're gonna go after the Patreon pilot because he's got no defense. The other ones do, and it's range 1. So Kath will drop 4 dice on him. And looked like it was a good thing I didn't get a chance to focus. I was ready to do a marksmanship if I didn't get away with it. So he's got 2 dice agility. He's got a reroll for being a Patreon pilot. Oh,
Yowzers.
Patreon mark! You just got yourself a level with your ability. So that was close. And now the Patreon pilot, this is gonna hit the asteroid, so it is range 2 though. So not gonna lose an agility on that aspect. So 3 dice for him. Then he's got the target lock, so he can spend the target lock. 2. So I got 2 + 1 for the asteroid. Need to get at least one of these. I did, and I got an agility on a defense on me, so not able to do any more of that extra shot. Then you will see how close we are with Luke, the bounty hunter on Luke. So 2. This is also through an asteroid, so 3 shots for the bounty hunter. Completely whiffed, so the asteroid was totally blocking his way. So no action, some close calls, but everyone is going by unscathed. I'm laughing a little bit. This is tight. This is real tight. There's a couple of ways things are gonna go. Let's see how things play themselves out. I'm gonna start with the bounty hunter. I really wanted to go shorter, but I had to kind of get past that asteroid, so my lip wouldn't land on it. So he's gonna go with 2 straight. He is going to keep the evade on him. It wasn't really, just kind of had to clear asteroids, didn't want to lose anything, so that will go from there. Patreon pilot will be next. He's gonna K. Whoosh. So stressing himself out to turn around. He doesn't have that target lock because he used it. And put the old stress token next to him. Then it'll be Kath, who's gonna do a 1 straight. And I'm gonna do marksmanship. And that means gonna be Luke next. Where did he go?
He did a hard 3.
Hard turn, so he didn't look to engage or slam into the bounty hunter, but he's, for a new player, you are doing really well at navigating asteroids.
And he's
Spectre Foreman really well. The evade. So what about Wedge though? Because Kath went right in front of him.
Right into him. So he just goes up against them?
Yeah, I don't think you didn't clear. So no action and no shot for, well, he could still get the long shot again on the bounty hunter. There's really no obstacle. There is no asteroid in his way though this time. So he can still shoot. 3 dice. Wow, still Wedge. I'm gonna end up taking a critical hit because I have an evade on me. This could do it. And minor explosion could do it. No, it's not. It's a crit. It's not an explosion. It has to be a regular hit when you get to these things. So 1 more life left on the bounty hunter as he is being beaten to heck. Luke has no shots. Get some of these things out of the way here. So. And then we go to...
And... Sorry, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Could be... But actually... Oh, I can't because he's touching me. So, it's going to be definitely going to be on him. 3 dice on our Patreon pilot. And I can turn this into a crit because of marksmanship. That's a nothing. So you got 2 dice agility. Got to get these. And got 1, but you got the reroll. Because it's still a Patreon pilot. Yeah! Patreon! Dang! Keeping him alive? No!
Again,
Billy.
reroll.
Yeah, that reroll's keeping our Patreon pilot alive, keeping that X-wing in the game. Now you can see how you, as a contributor to Patreon, you are affecting this game community. You are affecting this game because I have not been able to take that X-wing out of action. That was range 2 back, so he's now got the shot back on Kath.
Oh, he really likes it.
3. However, because you're shooting at Kath, she's got a rebel captive. Gonna put double stress on him though, and then I have 3 dice to 4 dice to 3 dice to defend. I have a stealth device, but this is gonna be really tough to keep alive. Oh, nothing. So the Patreon pilot blows through all the shields. All 3 shields, knocks out the stealth device on Kath and really turned that all around from living to doing that much damage to our fire spray. So there is a game changer with a simple $5 a month pledge, Spectre Foreman. What do you think about that, man?
It's deadly.
Is that deadly?
It's deadly.
Wow, I am stunned, just stunned. That is the way to go about it. All right, back to maneuvers. Oh, so we do have a range 2 shot from the bounty hunter.
All excited.
On Luke. Yeah, we got so excited with the Patreon pilot. So let's see what happens to Luke. He's got some good chance to defend. 2 hits from the bounty hunter. Let's see if Luke can hold off some action. Oh yeah, the force is with him. So maybe there is something to do with having the force because they are dodging some awesome shooting. Now we're back to the maneuver dials. Okay, well, folks, I hope you guys are ready for this. This is where things could really change for me. This may be where things go. I have to do the hard bank. That's gonna go right through the asteroid template. I think it's gonna. Is it bumping into Luke too? Yeah. I'm actually gonna be landing on Luke, so I'll probably be on the asteroid. I am rolling 1 die here. If it is the explosion, this is over. There it is.
Nope.
Boom.
I don't have to bother.
No, you don't have to. We didn't make it.
That makes it easier.
Didn't make it. So that one is out. That leaves us.
Alright, so we're on to...
Alright, we're on to our... Mark now needs to clear some stress here.
You go a straight 2 to clear stress.
So he's got 1 stress still on him. So
Yep.
he won't be able to do any other actions. That's going to leave Kath. I think Kath is going to run right into him with a 1. So pretty much bump him right in.
Yep.
And no action for Kath.
Luke over here. He's going to be doing a hard 3.
He's going to try to get back
Trying
in the
to
action.
get back in the action,
Yep.
exactly. I'm glad I didn't go with the K turn to come back and deal with the other.
Definitely want to do a focus. And what's left with Wedge?
And Wedge has a shuffling 1, but
So
that
he
might.
ran right into.
Yep.
Alright, so actually the way this works out, there's no shot by the other 2 X-Wings because they're touching Kath. So we have an opportunity, a little bit of opportunity here. Kath does have a ranged, looks like a range 3 shot. Yeah, range 3 shot to Luke, so it's a long shot indeed. Luke doesn't have a shot back. That's what you're kind of looking at. And we fire, and it's nothing. So, complete round of kind of bumper cars. Let's see where that leaves. Alright, so Patreon pilot Mark.
He's gonna do a straight 4, trying to
clear everybody.
clear the mess.
And that looks like it'll just do it. There you go. Flies past everybody. It doesn't. He has no action because that doesn't clear the stress that he still remain. And then there we go to Kath, and she's going to do a K. So also will have no action, but also receive the other stress. And then we go to Luke.
He is doing a hard 3, hopefully not straight into. Yep.
He landed right into Patreon pilot. Everyone's trying to scream back into it. Now we go to Wedge.
And Wedge does a baby 1.
So he will get to go right head to head with Kath. And is it range 1 or 2?
2.
Range 2. So 3 dice.
And he can do a target lock.
Yep. So target locking. Before we start all that. And he will receive a stress because he is targeting Kath for the first round. First hit round. So right there.
Is that his special ability?
Yeah, it's actually an upgrade. It's that Rebel Captive.
Oh, you got rid of that.
No, I used it.
So 3 dice.
So, yep. So we roll 2 of them with target lock, all hits. I only got 2 agility because 1 agility because of Wedge's ability, and it's a focus, so it's nothing. So I will take 2 hits plus a crit. This is brand new, and it's a 2 damage, so that's 4. So Kath is almost in a lot of trouble. She is going to fire back at Wedge. Well, because I don't think Luke has any shot. No, just at a range. So here's Kath. 1 crit. And 2 dice dodge for Wedge. With no shields, does. And wow, that's...
I'm Wedge, son!
Yeah, that's great. So where we're at right now, that leaves me with like 2 health left on Kath. We've got 8 health on these X-Wings.
That keep running into each other.
Yeah, but I think everything's going to go very well. Kind of playing with Scath is also a solo hero with the Rebel Captive. She's going to surrender the captive, flee the battlefield. It's going to be a Rebel victory, early victory for Spectre Foreman.
Bring out the Ewoks, let's celebrate!
So also with that, we're going to do a quick little recap, and hope you guys enjoyed that so far. Well, very good game, Spectre Foreman, and welcome to your real inaugural X-Wing bat rep with Spectreverse. So what'd you think?
Oh, that's a great game.
You have fun?
It's a good first game.
Yeah,
I won.
Totally, yeah. Winning is always great. I had a good time too. Obviously, with the Patreon pilot, did a lot to alter with some of this.
Yeah, the ability saved him twice.
Yeah,
and
totally.
then that let him come in and finish off some guys. So.
Yeah, if he was dead, maybe we go a little bit farther on with this. But overall, that's what the Patreon pledging is about.
It's about getting you, the community, involved and kind of almost changing the dice rolls.
There's a big difference.
You're affecting that. So, again, Mark Jacobs does well. Obviously now fitting to be a part of Rogue Squadron. Now the rumors that he is Force Awakened, maybe?
Maybe. It might be possible. Yeah. Yoda might have to come for a visit.
As long as I'm not
check him
rolling
out.
for him, you guys are all set. As long as I guess he's going to be designated as Spectre Foreman and Spectre Fed Set, because I'm not doing him any favor. But good fight, story going along. So they have secured the rebel. We'll work a little bit more stories with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this, getting us back into the X-wing bat reps and the storyboards going with that. And of course, if you're wondering what that Patreon is about, remember you can find our website, spectrestudios.us. There is also a forum where I know me and Spectre Foreman are on it all the time and every day, so it's a great way.
Wide variety of topics.
Yeah, talk some X-wing there. You know, this video is X-wing, but you can definitely talk to X-wing with that. But we have a ton of games in there, some media stuff now in there, some sports stuff in there. So it's obviously a great place to chat as a part of the community, so you can really get involved with us in that aspect as well. And again, the website also leads us to what we just witnessed, which is the Patreon support, which you saw exactly how that Patreon pilot works. That's only $5 a month. There's several other pledges on there as well. You can just give a dollar, which pretty much just help us get along. But if we end up getting higher ones, there's some signage that we have for some other games that we element to that.
Get yourself in an X-wing.
Yeah.
This is your chance.
Right, and these guys can make you look good against me.
Right.
So it's awesome how over that, you know, like you're flying around looking great. I know Mark has really been enjoying, he's been commenting on these videos below, so he's really enjoying being a Patreon pilot. So I hope you guys do too. If you don't want to be a pilot, there's other games out there as well. So there's a lot to that element, so please check it out because we're doing a lot more. We're not just stuck to X-Wing, we do quite a bit more. So great game again.
Yeah.
I'll get a rematch in sometime later with Spectre Foreman, and again, thank you for tuning in, and welcome back to us playing a little more games, and help us out, support us.